One of the biggest challenges facing Jake Paul ahead of his controversial showdown with Mike Tyson is how to navigate the leap to heavyweight. The 27-year-old has fought all of his professional contests to date as a cruiserweight, but will move up to the heavier weight class to test himself against the legendary Tyson on the 15th of November at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. As part of the process of getting himself used to facing bigger opponents, the problem child enlisted the help of a number of heavyweight sparring partners. Chief among them was the unbeaten DeAndre Savage, who admitted in a recent interview that his work in Paul's camp had proved financially life-changing. The 34-year-old, who is ranked in the top 15 in the world by the WBA, went viral earlier this year after being knocked down by the social media sensation in training. Savage doesn't mind his new-found fame too much, though, especially as working with Paul has been so lucrative. Reflecting on his time with Team Paul while speaking to The Sun, Savage declared, "From sparring and being in the camp, I made good money. Keen not to join the large number of boxers who end their careers with little to show for it, Savage's purchase of his first house was a major life milestone for him. He explained, I just figured while I got the money, I'm gonna do something with it instead of blow the money because most fighters they don't invest in themselves and they just spend the money and blow the money. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna invest my money into a house and they'll be able to look at my house and be like, you know, that's where my money went." Sharing his thoughts on the heavily criticized fight with Tyson, American footballer turned boxer Savage said, "From the outside looking in and listening to everyone else, the world is not taking Jake seriously. But Jake does work hard and he's still a little green. So I understand the route he's taking. Fighting UFC fighters and stuff like that and people who don't really know how to box because he's still green. Jake sells out the arena, sells the tickets, he's doing big things that some people wish that they can do. And they can't do it. The fight has come under great scrutiny due to the 31-year age gap between Tyson and Paul, with some worried about the potential health impacts that Tyson's determination to return to the ring may cause. Others believe that, despite Paul's 10-1 professional boxing record, his decision to fight someone who hasn't fought professionally since 2005 and is 3 decades older than him highlights his adversity toward squaring up with a professional boxer who is in their prime. This comes as a result of that 10-1 record in which 5 of his opponents were professional boxing debutants. A mix of UFC fighters, fellow YouTuber turned boxer Anessen Gibb and former NBA star Nate Robinson. His only loss came against Tommy Fury, in a fight that went the full 8 rounds in which Paul scored a knockdown disputed by Fury's camp as a slip. Tommy Fury won via split decision, with 2 of the judges scoring it 76-73 in Fury's favor, the other giving the bout to Paul with a 75-74 scorecard. Surprisingly, given all that he has gained through working with Paul, Savage isn't going to be supporting his former boss on fight night. The stage is set, and we are now just days away from one of the most controversial fights in modern boxing history. It likely won't be a technical classic, but Tyson vs. Paul promises to be a spectacle not to be missed.